And hello, everyone. Welcome to Planet Herring. I'm Michael. It's early in the week, and this is iRacing 2020 Season 1, Week 6. Of course, the season did start early December, so it's a little bit off. That's to be expected, but we are
Checkered flags out, P1.
going to take and get a few races in here as quickly as possible this week. Lots to do. We do have, 10 people or so? 11 people in here right now. This is the VRS GT Sprint. This is the new version of Limerock that was released last season. 40-minute race. That means they're going to be essentially 40 laps or so of Limerock because it's a very short track. So we're going to see how this goes. I have been able to do a very high 49 in more or less a qualifying trim. Basically do 50s all day long. I have seen a very high 48, so typically about a second or so off. It is a very short track, so the margin for difference is usually pretty short. I haven't done a lot of practice with this. This is a completely modified version of one of my, I believe this was my Road Atlanta setup. So we'll see how this goes. I am really going for kind of a medium downforce. This is a very short track, so I've got a wing on 5. I have pretty much done everything you usually do to decrease understeer. So I'm actually going to go for about 4 gallons of fuel. And it is qualifying time, so we're going to go ahead and get that started now. Double check those pedal settings. I do run a 640 on the wheel and no shift aids. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Like I said, I haven't run a bunch of laps, but this is early in the week, so maybe we'll do halfway decent.
The pit exit is clear. Push now. We've got 2 laps to get the job done.
So it does seem I typically lose the most time right here. This is the corner that most throws me. This one and this one, since I never seem to get the track out right, so I'm always off the throttle when I think I should be. This is what's different. This is the Grand Prix version, so you have the variation of the old chicane, which was a total pain in the butt because of going up the hill and trying to hit a chicane just right when you couldn't see the entrance. So that has been changed. It's a little bit easier, but you absolutely cannot hit those red stones that they've got installed. But typically, first and second corner, try to keep it tight in third gear. Really dive in towards this corner, then come down to second really late. That's usually where I mess up, which I messed up that time too. And don't really brake too late here. You gotta weave your way through here really quick. You don't want to be too late into that corner. This supposedly is the same, although it feels different. And this is very hard to get exactly right, I will say that. So
P4. That lap was at 50.76.
and we botched it. And there you go. So there you go, that is botching it. So if I got that right, we come in here right before the tree, really hard down to second. Try to get turned in, but do not hit that. At speed, they will upset the car. All right, so pit entrance is right here. We are going to have to make a pit stop, so.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
Let's go ahead and practice that. For some reason, my standings
Box
are
in
off.
5.
So I'll go ahead and escape out of that. We still have quite a bit of time, 5 minutes in fact, before this is over. So it gives me plenty of time to figure out why I am not. Oh, that would be why. All right, well, not quite sure what happened there. Let's see, so you should be on number 2, which you are, and you are on the wrong one. Where are you at? Window capture. There you go, now you're on the right one. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Yeah, guess I should have checked it before I hit go live. Great. All right, well, we're going to be here for quite a while, I think. So, this is, let's see what we're doing up against here. So we already have a 49.7. So that actually is a pretty good luck here. So I have done, I know, like I said, a 49.9 even. So we're really only a couple of tenths off the pace here. It's just one of those things where it's not, just have to be careful on some of these corners. It will get loose from you. Um, Probably should not have even attempted that like I did. Probably should have gone with a little bit farther forward on the brake bias. Let's look here and see where we're at. That is exactly right. And make sure we do have 5 degrees. Gonna go ahead and fill the car up here. That, since we're going to be going to the end. And right now we're going to start 6, which I guess out of 11th, that's not great, but I really do think we have a shot here. Well, everybody all the way up to second is well within my capabilities of catching, so I think it's going to have to do with keeping my nose clean. And I wish I had done better in that qualifying. Could have easily, I think, gotten down into 4th. Perhaps even 3rd. So we're gonna have a little bit of work to do. This is early on in the week. I probably will end up doing this again this week just for the sake of being able to have a practice session with this car. I feel that's something that's needed, especially to make one of these things more interesting and certainly more helpful. Um, Once again, I always check my pedals before every race just to make sure we're getting all the way up to that little line at the top. That's always good. Double checking your controls, making sure all your settings are still in there, your sound settings, making sure all of that's good. The last thing you need is to get into a race and things just kind of go, eh. Got everything else in here. There's nothing really too crazy. Normal stuff there. So, all right, let's see where we're at here. So we are still in qualifying. We actually 7 minutes 22 seconds. So we have about 40 seconds left. All right. Well, why in that 30 seconds? I'm going to go ahead and type in. Go. I got that in there, and ready to go just as soon as we flip over to the grid. Like I was about to say, so if you've been watching the channel, then you know that here at the beginning of
That's the end of the
2020,
session. 6th place.
have started a Lego Let's Play with my son Justin, and we're gonna have another episode of that this Saturday. So 2 episodes should be out within another week or so. All right, so we got that and have all this in here. We did fill up with the fuel, so one last check of our gas. And so we are ready to go. All right. So 1 to green on a very short track. That's a lot better than going around, say, Road Atlanta. We do have to be careful, though. We don't want any unavoidable incidents. This track is notorious for causing incidents. Lots of places, especially with the new little chicane area in the GP version, they can throw you. I'm really not even certain how we're going to drive through that.
P6. The track temp is 72 Fahrenheit. Follow car number 3 in the right lane.
But we'll see how that goes. Might be advisable to do single file through the chicane. As I said, so there you go. That would be exactly what I was talking about. So here we go. We're getting ready to start here.
Okay, Michael, get ready. Let's go.
And everybody's already
Blue flag.
already starting that mess. Yeah, sorry about that. Got a little squirrely there. Didn't want to lose it.
P5.
Yeah, that corner is definitely where I am messing up. Like the back end is just a little bit loose. Hmm.
The next car is Machado.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. This is going to be a tough track to pass on, I think, unless you get somebody going down into turn one. I'm going to have to get a lot quicker out of that turn than that.
That was a 50.88. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Well, that was a little bit better too. Stay on the road, my friend. God, man, what the hell? Did not want to stop. Doesn't look like we wrinkled up the pavement or the bodywork too much. Guess I hit it going too fast.
P4, that lap was a 51.75. The gap to Machado ahead is increasing. It's now 0.8.
Car left. Still there, clear left.
Yeah, that wasn't a great place to try to pass. But whatever.
Well done, Michael. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P3, you've just done a 51.60. We think your pit window for refuel will open after 30 minutes and closes at about 35 minutes.
Yeah, see, I don't know how well this is gonna. Oh, that was a good angle. I think that really went well. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to try to pass this guy going into this thing. But he definitely slows down more than I do. I feel like he is going to mess up. And I'm just trying to figure out how not for him to take me with him.
That lap time was 50.85.
Yep, this is where things get tricky. I am going to start braking a little bit more here. We got a long way to go in this race. And part of that is a pit stop, so don't know if I want to.
Your lap time was 51.12. P3, the gap to Machado ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds.
Oh boy. Well, all right, let's try not to do that. All right, so now what is that, second? I know you didn't tell me that. Oh, well, wait, that wasn't me.
You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P2, you've just done a 51.06.
Yeah, thanks for that, Steve. Great driving, man.
So at this point, the only real chance I have for a win is for first place to put it into a wall somewhere. Just as likely that I'll do that myself.
The gap behind is now 2.0. That lap was a 50.12.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain he's pulling 49s. And I really can't do anything until we get past the halfway mark. So, I don't know. We're not catching him, that's for sure. We are putting a little bit of space between us and the guy behind.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 15 seconds.
Well, duh. So what I would suggest really is just as soon as the pit window opens, so I need 14 gallons to finish, and I have 11, so I need to get down below the 10 mark, really. Get down below the 10 mark, take about 5 gallons of fuel. Oh man, really botched that up. Luckily it wasn't too bad. And luckily I didn't hit one of those bollards. Those things really mess your car up. Didn't really lose that much time to Rigger either, but I did lose a lot of time to Jamie. Like I said, unless he really gets caught up in something, almost no chance of me catching him. Definitely should not have. Thank you. Yeah, he's definitely putting the time on me there.
The gap behind is now 5.5 seconds. P2.
Yeah, I'm amazed too. All right, well, we're just down and below the point. So at this point, we could very easily stop for gas, fill up. Definitely clearing the tires. That's probably one of the single most helpful things. How much fuel to finish?
2.6 gallons.
I really don't need to put that much in there. Let's go with that.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Okay, so we're going to load up.
Take care, there's a car approaching.
All right, so I don't know where I'm at. I don't know who has necessarily stopped for fuel and who hasn't, but we're in fourth position and we need to catch people. Oh, well, that was very, very close as far as the estimate there.
P7, you're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 7.5 seconds.
Alright, so getting on the guy in front. I'd like to at least get back into.
Your lap times are pretty consistent. Sector 1 is 0.42 off the pace.
Alright. Guess that is the next guy up.
Sixth place. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. The gap in front is now 0.5.
Left side. Clear left.
That lap time was 50.79. Well done, mate. That was great.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Proper turn 1 pass. Okay, somebody's flashy.
P5. The gap behind is now 1.3.
The guy ahead of me is not.
Okay, Michael, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. Halfway home, fuel looks good. P4.
Car left. Clear left.
Alright, let's see. Don't know where my next guy is at. Is he still 5 seconds ahead? Guess we're about to find out. Cloud cover. I would like very much to get back into third.
You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 3.8.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the guy I was supposed to be passing. Doesn't seem like it. Come on, so we got 17 minutes remaining. Don't know if the leader has pitted or not. He had a good, strong lead, so I imagine he almost had a free pit stop. But I would dearly love to get back into second.
That last lap was a 50.58.
There we go. Let's get this going. One of my key markers there is actually missing, which is probably not good to have something like that, in this case a shadow, as a marker. So luckily I have an idea about where I need to stop there.
P4.
So the question I have is the guy right in front of us here.
The gap ahead is now 2.1 seconds. Okay, Michael, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
All right, let's close this down.
You've just done a 50.37. Machado has been disqualified.
Was he ahead of me? I think I passed him. It's a very easy track to get a lot of off tracks, so I'm not surprised. Below a second here. Oh, there comes the sun. I have to do another turn one pass, which I don't like doing because it requires a good amount of deft braking.
You've just done a 50.66. gap in front is now 0.7.
I wonder if this guy's gonna make a mistake, or am I gonna have to do this legit? Alright, well there's a good... Alright, still keeping up with him pretty well.
That was a 50.83. Stay close, wait for him to crack.
That's what I'm doing.
Alright Michael, 10 minutes to go, that's 10 minutes left. You've got half your fuel left. Come on man, send it already.
Really? Just send it, huh? What kind of crew chief are you?
That lap time was 51.20. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.28 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.40 off the pace. The gap in front is now 0.9. The lead car's pitting.
Okay, we were that close to the leader?
The gap behind's increased to 17 seconds.
Yeah, lead car pitting, but I don't seem to be catching him, or I didn't get third.
Okay, Michael, this bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past.
Duh.
On your right. Clear right.
That was close. Whew. So he does have to pit.
P3.
So 8 seconds to rigor.
That's 5 minutes to go. Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get second back.
The gap ahead is now 8.9 seconds. The car ahead's pitting.
Or maybe I will.
10 minutes of fuel remaining. Well done, Michael. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P2.
Clear left.
Okay, I wonder if that's the leader. I doubt it. There's no way. I think he's the one 30 seconds ahead of me.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 17 seconds. Your lap time was at 51.57.
All right, folks, so we got about 3 minutes, which means we probably have right at about 3 laps. And once again, I'm actually pretty amazed here. The main thing is whether or not the leader actually had to pit, or did he run fuel saving the entire time and still win.
You've just done a 51.12. Sector 3 is 0.42 off the pace.
mean, he's almost an entire lap ahead of me. So, I mean, I would think he could probably...
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. You're 2/10 off the pace in sectors 1 and 3. Sector 2 is 0.42 off the pace.
He's certainly not going to pit. On the last lap. I guess we'll just watch the replay and see where he ends up pitting. Or he actually pitted.
Sector 1 is 0.31 off the pace. Your sector 2 time is quick. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 3.
I have to say, I do like this version.
B2.
Of Limerock a lot better than the old chicane version. That thing was just horrific.
Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.11 off the pace. You're 1/10 off the pace in sector 1.
Alright, so guessing I get another lap. We are out of time. Alright, so white flag. Apparently, Jamie did in fact pit.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. Last lap, looking good for a podium. That lap time was 51.01. Machado has been disqualified.
I think you already told me that. Wow, so the guy in first finished and got the hell out of Dodge. All right, well. All right.
Finish. Nice one.
All right, folks. Well, I am very, very happy with that. Admittedly, not the strongest field, but a race is a race. And to finish second, no major mess ups. One little miss on the chicane up here. Guess you can call this a chicane. Didn't wreck the car, didn't buckle the bodywork, didn't spin. Had a good pit stop, and we're going to actually see if the leader pitted at some point.
Watch your speed.
But then we're going to check and see. I think my fastest lap was still in
Box
a 50.
In 5.
Yeah, 50.0, right at it.
3, 2, 1. Box now.
All right, so do a little bit of post-race analyses here. So let's flip over to our analyze view where I'm bigger and there are no other screens. All right, so results. I did finish a good 38 seconds behind Oscar Jaime? I'm not sure. His fastest lap during the race was, in fact, let's see, he qualified with a 49.7, ended up doing a 49.6 in the race. That was his fastest lap. We are going to actually look at that. So let's see, his longest lap, he had two. He had lap 38 and lap 39. Apparently was his pit laps. So he did, in fact, stop. Not sure where I was at that point in time. So lap 38 was right here. He's just passing the start-finish straight, and I am at that point in time. Now, at that point in time, he is up there, and I am right here. There you go. He is up here, and I'm back here. I really do think, I pitted on what, 17 and 18. I pitted much earlier than he did. I really do think that had it not been for being stuck behind him, at the very least, when he pitted, I would have been much closer. I don't know if I would have passed him or not. But I mean, if you think about it, most of my laps were 50s. A few 51s thrown through there, but pretty well consistent 50s. And if you look at Alain's stats, he was doing the same thing, but he has much, much more 51s, close to 51s than I did. I really think he held me up quite a bit in that middle part of the race. And if you look at this, he's already got damage here. So he was already he's at a deficit. So unfortunately, I got stuck behind him. And as you can see here, he ended up, what's amazing at this point is I was the only guy that didn't get lapped. If you look at that, that's pretty amazing in and of itself. I mean, he came pretty close. I mean, this is 38 seconds ahead. But yeah, he lapped everybody else. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So like I said, he's right here at the start finish respectively. I'm back there at the final turn and kind of got stuck back there. He would go on, like I said, in a couple of laps later, I think. Let's see. His fastest lap was a 49.6. And he stopped way down there. So this is lap 11. So let's have an analysis of this real quick to kind of show you. Honestly, we're only talking about almost 4/10 faster than my fastest lap. So he was not blowing this away. And I do get the sense that the Ferrari is a little better suited gearing wise for this track. But let's have a look at it real quick here. So right before the one, braking hard, coming down to third, I pretty much do the exact same thing. Getting back on the gas, more or less staying in tight. He stays in third there. I do swing down to second. I think that has to do with gearing on the individual cars. He actually goes down to one there. But again, gearing. I don't know if I would do that. I just feel like that wouldn't be a really prudent thing to do. I mean, I could, but so it's a super short lap. He doesn't do it significantly different. I have gotten into the 49s on a perfect lap. If we want to look at my fastest lap here, I just feel like I honestly feel like I'm offering up a little bit of speed for a little bit of stability, and I kind of like that. So here I am, my fastest lap being a 50 straight up. So let's look at that real quick. That's probably too much dash to be seeing there. Let's break that down. Since I'm going to get rid of the. So right before one, come down to third, keep it nice and tight, rolling through. And pretty much the same thing, staying in tight. I do come down to second. That's the one place I really think I need to do better at. Keep it on the throttle. So there you go, second gear up through there where he's doing, initially he's at first. I just don't like it. Float it through there. Float it through there and then down, and that's exactly a 50. So like I said, you're talking about the difference of about 3/4 tenths. The really fast guys I know are in the even 49s, possibly even into the 48s, probably even into the 48s. I'm kind of glad I did this early on. I don't know if I will try it again or not, just to see. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I take that back. I do know because I have looked at a comparison lap. Absolutely recommend doing the VRS Virtual Racing School subscription if you can, because their fastest lap with their drivers like a 48.7 or some craziness like that. Um, and I lose all of my time in turns 3 and 4. Those two, I know I do them wrong. I know that I've never been good at those two corners, and no matter whether I go wide and pull it back or shift down, stay up, doesn't matter. I always, for some reason, get them wrong. The best car I do it in actually is the MX-5, and I still get it wrong. So, I mean, I don't know what to do. Everywhere else, I am pretty quick, usually just a couple of tenths off. So I would be in the low 49s if it were not for those two corners, and maybe one day I'll figure out how to do those two. It's a couple of times I've tried to do it a little bit more aggressively. I usually end up spinning, so could just be a timing thing or how I've got this car set up or something. Um, but with that being said, we did in fact start way back in sixth due to our snafu on the second lap of qualifying. So we came back and finished second, had some good battles in between, stayed with Elaine very well, I think. Didn't have too many problems, did have a slight touch, but didn't really throw anybody off. And all in all, very happy with it. So I will call that a good week 6 here. One thing I think I do want to try, since I have pretty much run all of these races so far, and we generally don't look at this too much, but where are we at in this overall standings? So I'm gonna, well, hold on, I do want to save as, there we go, we can save it right over there since I did exactly a 50. There you go. That's the one thing I don't like about this, is the way it forces you to do things. But all right, going to go ahead and quit out of here. Yeah, sure, I'll save the replay. If it wasn't for taking so long with videos, I would actually do external highlight videos as well. All right, so Iracing main screen here. Let's look at the overall stats for this series. And let's see, week all GT3 class. I'm in Division 5 right now, and right now I am 62. Um, So that's going to put me down, what, 3 pages? let's see. So the top guy here, these guys are winning. Well, these guys are winning. I mean, usually the only guys that are up top that aren't winning. That's actually surprising there. Weeks counted 6. He's done it 65 times. 65 races in 6 weeks. What the? 0 wins. He's had 7 top 5s out of 65 races. His average start is 15th and his average finish is 14th. But he's had 432 incidents. He has 294 points. I do not understand that. That implies that simply running races and doing them incredibly badly will put you high in the points. Huh. I did not think that was how that worked. Alrighty then. Hmm. So this would be someone more along my lines. I think Fernando M. Ferrer. I think I've actually raced against him. Name sounds familiar. He's had 8 starts in 5 weeks, and he's way up here in this. I don't get that either. No wins, no top 5s. Huh. I need to figure out how these points work. Why the hell am I way down in 62? Of course, that may be that they haven't. So they've counted 5 weeks. I have 8 starts. I have 1 top 5. My average start is 7th. My average finish is 14th. That's probably the problem. I have 268 points and 65 incidents. Huh. Well, I did get a slow start. All right. Well, I'm not sure how the points are counted, but honestly, I'm in the top 100, right? I don't even know if that's 5 weeks and 8 starts. Hmm. Oh well. I wonder if that counts the race I just did. This is week 6, right? Yeah, so, well, that's Division 5. Weeks counted as 5. I bet it has not applied the current event. I wonder if I'll go up because of that. Oh, look at that. That's a huge difference. Of course, that, probably doesn't mean anything until the week is over with and so runs however many races. I'm actually now 23rd. I'm on the first page. Huh. There you go. So we are weeks counted is now. Wait a minute. That makes no. What the? Okay, I just don't know what's going on at this point. I really don't. Season standings now are. I'm 23rd. I wish my average finish was better, but that's. I don't know about those. All right. Well, at least I went up. So I don't know if it's counted that very last one yet. Let's see what it says for top 10s. I only have 1 top 5 finish. I'm pretty certain I have at least 2. So we still may go up in the standings. I don't know if it's actually counted the current week. So we'll see. I will keep an eye on this. We'll start checking this regularly. Now, in all divisions, I am way down in 658. I think I will stay in my own division. How do you like that? 23rd right now. We'll see how this goes. If I include week 6 only, then I am 13th. So 1 start, top 5, average lap. All right, so I could have swore. Let's go back here. Spa, Watkins Glen, Laguna Seca. Oh, I guess that was not in this thing. So, all right. Anyway, still doing pretty good. Really trying really hard at this series. I really like these cars. Drives pretty well, and all in all, can't complain too much. So hopefully that was entertaining. And of course, we'll be doing races all week. Next week, I mean not next week, tomorrow, next day, is our Wednesday night race night with the RM Solo, and so we will be doing that most of the night from about 8 o'clock onward to about 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hope to see you then. Those can be entertaining. They can also be frustrating as hell. But with that being said, as always, here's the end card. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Michael here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Click on the Planet Herring logo to subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about the video in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.